So all I saw that he was chewing on the skull, I didn't really actually see any of the rest of the carcass. Still trying to figure out where Djuma is. So I suppose maybe one of the benefits about feeding in a gardenia tree like that is that it's very unlikely that anything's too big is going to fall out, because it's so full of spindly branches it's going to catch anything. So oh, there we go, something dropped. Hyena's tore in. They're fighting over the scraps. Oh, there's the winner. Good morning, Rena. Rena's tweeting us this morning. Rena would like to know, are these the same hyenas that were here yesterday? It's quite likely, Rena, and hyenas are incredibly patient under carcasses that leopards have hoisted, and they'll often wait sometimes 3 or 4 days just for those few scraps. I'm just trying to wait until I can get hold of one of the other guides there to see if they can sort of point us in the right direction of the other leopard. Someone managed to get a good enough view. I know it is a very difficult view to see which leopard this is, whether it's Djuma or quarantine. You can send your answers to questions@wildearth.tv. Or if you're on Twitter, just use the hashtag SafariLive. To me, it still looks like he's just feeding off the skull. There can't be that much food on it, and I don't know where the rest of the kill is or how much meat is left. It's amazing the patience of the hyenas. They can wait around a carcass for days just to get enough scraps, a few scraps. And remember, they will also eat the bones that the leopard can't, breaking them open for marrow. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit. I'm going to just try to have a look in that other Timbueti tree where maybe Djuma is lying, or Quarantine, or the other leopard, the second leopard, is lying in that tree. I'm just going to... I can't really see anything. Let's go back. How's that for you, Adam? That's above.
Yeah, from there.
Okay, well, I can't see there from where I'm sitting. Andrew thinks he spotted. I'm not sure if that's just a knot in the tree. Just slowly check through that tree with the camera. We'll see if we can spot it. Stop there? No. Mm-mm. That's the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen, Janet, and Virginia all think it's Q. I tend to agree with you. I didn't have a good look, but I did see what looked to be that landing strip on the leopard's back, so I think it could be quarantine. Ryan coming. Ryan coming. What's your position? What's your position? Okay, copy. Yeah, there are 3 Buffalo's Hook vehicles here and me. So he dropped the head, and off the hyena goes with its reward. See, I didn't actually see the leopard feeding off anything else, so I'm not sure how much meat is actually left or where the rest of the meat is. But there's one hyena left there, so it probably means there is still some more meat. Oh no, it's got a bone. There we go. Up and up the other tree, because that tree looks a lot more comfortable than the gardenia. But I still, I can't see. Maybe it was, I don't know. Nice camera work, Andrew. Now the big question, is there another leopard in that tree? And if so, where is it? And he's coming back down. And up over the dam wall. Well, that's pretty decent sign that those of you wondering the kill, how much was left, I'd say it's gone. There's a dam and some water just across there. So it's very likely that... You see something?
I saw some movement there.
No, I think he's going to go down over and go have a drink. So I'm not sure where the second leopard is yet. Text incoming. Go ahead. FM, and it's just fumbled into Buffelshoek. I think the Mala's Pellet. Okay, guys. Well, now we know, at least, what's going on, and that the kill's finished, and I could only see one leopard. Whoa, that was close. I nearly reversed myself into some serious thorns. I'm just going to try have a look from a different angle, but I'm pretty sure I could only see one leopard while we've been here. So maybe the second leopard has moved off. The hyenas are starting to move off. Well, one already has, the second one is moving off now. So, pretty sure that's all done. Let's see where the hyena's going. Well, everything's off, so shall we be. So apparently there's quite a few of you guys who'd like to check the hyena den this morning. Well, it's already a bit warm for that, and I just got over the radio that one of the Djuma vehicles has been there and it is not active. I know everyone seems to be quite worried about that hyena who got bitten by the wild dogs. I'm pretty certain that it's more than likely one of these two that are here, and I didn't see any sort of real damage. With wild dogs and hyenas, it's always a very interesting interaction, and I've seen wild dogs bite the daylights out of hyenas on many occasions, and the hyenas make a lot of noise and make it sound like it's the end of the world is coming, but I've never really seen them ever do too much major damage to a hyena, or the wild dogs to a hyena. I think I just went over the dam wall. There's no visual. Nisi left. I think Djuma is finished. I've been trying to get hold of them in the sighting as well. I haven't got any luck. You bypass, no problem. There's a squirrel alarm calling, and we know that there's one leopard there. Could very easily be another leopard here. Just have a quick look. And we've found both canoe and pontoon in this area quite often. I would have said the alarm calls of that squirrel in this general area. Let's have a quick look around. No harm in checking. So for those of you who might have joined a little bit late or new, we've had a fantastic morning so far. We started our sunrise with lions and had a wonderful sighting of the Leopard. we went looking for some elephants. Unfortunately, we weren't successful with the ellies. And now we've just left a leopard that had a kill. And it seems to have finished the kill, and the hyenas ran off with the remains of the horns. And we just heard some squirrels alarm calling. And we're just checking. Oh, well spotted. Where is that? On the other side of the car. I was looking the wrong direction. Some wild cotton. I'll go grab a piece now.
Is it totally wild or just seeds scattered from...
Totally wild.
Awesome.
Let me go grab a piece of it now so we can... Okay, I think it's probably going to be easier if we do it up here. So we can see it's wild cotton. Oh, sorry, let me just turn that down so I can hear myself think. So it's been used by the early settlers in Africa as what you would expect. Stuffing for pillows and duvets. I mean, imagine how much you would have to collect to actually do that. One of the more interesting things, this one's been eaten, it looks like. And it's quite damp this morning, but you can see, so you actually have to pluck the cotton off like that. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's a squirrel alarming, a francolin alarming behind us. We'll go check now, but you see the seed. It's quite difficult to get to with all the fluff around it. Just break it open and see if you can see it nicely there. So this white powder from the inside of the seed. So a lot of early hunters, and again something you'd have to collect a huge amount of. The squirrel was around here, and then the francolin sunlight might be down in the drainage line. Can't see anything. What's that? On the other side of the tail flash. It's big, I think. I think it might be a buffalo. I'm trying to see now. You see where I'm looking? Big, dark. So I guess zoom in there. To the right. Zoom and up. There we go. Center shot. Just see the I just saw the movement there. Pretty sure, yeah, it's a buffalo. So we're actually above, in the drainage line above Gary Dam or where the Djuma waterhole cam is. So a lot of these buffalo are probably going to move from here down towards it as it gets warmer. Unfortunately not a leopard, but still. And it could make for an interesting afternoon if all those buffalo move down towards the dam, and the lions are lying up not very far from there at all. Okay, let's go see what else is out there. Found any leopard tracks this morning, even though we saw those two there. We did have a quick look around the eastern boundary for any tracks of Karula. Champel. Champel would like to know, do other animals like birds and squirrels use that cotton for their nesting? They do, nice and fluffy, and that's also one of the ways the cotton ensures that its seeds are spread. But the reason that cotton has all that soft fluff over it is that when the wind blows, it catches that and spreads the seed. Sibosiso from Hammanskraal. I'm sure it's a bit colder up there this morning than it is down here. Sibosiso would like to know whether you ever get two wild dogs with the exact same patterns, and what is the benefit on the patterns on the wild dog. Sibosiso, no, you would never get two wild dogs that are exactly the same, like you would never get two leopard that were exactly the same. And the pattern helps to break up their outline, so when they're hunting, they have a little bit more camouflage. That's the purpose of the patterns. And each wild dog has its own individual pattern. next one coming. Tex, where's that the second ingler from that position? So confirm both are still there in that position. Copy, thanks Tex. Just let me know if they come south or west, please. Standing by. Thanks very much. Oh, very nice. Saddlebolt stalk. And Andrew waving at the Djuma cab. And not only is there saddlebolt stalk, I think there's a hippopotamus as well. So, who can tell me whether that is a male or female saddlebolt stalk? Who can tell me whether that is a male or female? You can send your answers to questions@WildEarthTV, or you can use the hashtag SafariLive if you're on Twitter. Is that a male or female saddlebolt stalk? There's a hippo who is being very shy and just showing nostrils. There's some hippo nostrils. Back to the saddle ball there. So the question was it a male or a female? What I will do, we are a bit far from it, so that might be quite difficult. I'll move around to the other side and see if we can get a slightly closer look for you. It is a bit difficult at that distance. get you a better view of the stalk. Sorry guys, I'm having a bit of trouble with my earpiece. Okay, it seems that I've made a plan. Well done, Karen, and well done, Karen and Arcee. You're the first to get it right. It is a female. She has a yellow eye. Let me see. Let me have a quick look here. So a female has a yellow eye. A male has a brown eye. The male also has a little set of yellow wattles that you can't see in this book, but that hang down from the side. So well done to Karen and Arcee. Good morning, Lisa from Syracuse. Lisa would like to know if there are any updates on the crocodile that was seen recently, and would it have been in this dam? Lisa, it wasn't in this dam, but that's not to say the crocodile might not come to this dam. The last update on that crocodile is we followed its tracks and it crossed east over our eastern boundary, but it was at Buffalo's Hook Dam. Coming. Confirming if there's in Ghana. Copy, thanks. So as it gets warm again, I think I'm going to head down towards Twin Dams. Maybe those elephants have moved around there. And then before the end of drive, we'll try and come back to check up on those lions, make sure they haven't moved too far. Charlene from Minnesota. Charlene would like to know, do hyenas ever initiate their own kills, or are they just purely scavengers? Well, Charlene, hyenas actually do hunt quite a lot for themselves, depending on the area, and quite often, as a clan, they have a higher success rate at hunting than lions and leopards do. So they do initiate their own kill. I've seen hyenas kill, I've seen a big clan of hyenas kill buffalo, I've seen them kill hippos, so not only small things, and they are actually very, very adept hunters. Obviously they use a very different style of hunting from lion and leopard, and especially with the way their body's designed, they're designed for stamina, and they can sort of tire out animals. So they're very can be very successful hunters. Diane. Diane would like to know, we saw that hyena take away that impala skull this morning. Diane would like to know, would it take it back to the den for the young ones to practice on? I don't think so, Diane. I think it was just moving off to eat it somewhere where the other hyena wasn't going to bother it. But I don't think it would have taken that back to the den for the young ones to practice on. Beautiful winter's morning. I think the cold season's arrived. Finally. Good morning, Catherine from Texas. Catherine would like to know, do we get any primates in the reserve? Yes, Catherine, we do. Sorry, Catherine. So Catherine wanted to know if we get any primates. Catherine, I'll be back with you in a second. I've just got a call on earlier. Scott, I'm wheeling this Philemon's cut line. I'd like to give you a hand. Where would you like me to check? So we're in the area where Scott had those tracks, so we're going to listen very, very carefully. Yo, they are very, very fresh. They're actually on top of Scott's tracks from this morning. I don't know if you can see them there, Andrew. Big male leopard tracks. Really nice and clear in the sand this morning. So they're on top of the vehicle tracks from this morning. It's always a good sign. So I can spot Steph and Scott off tracking. Hello, Scottish.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello, Steph.
Hello everyone.
Where did that leopard go? I thought you guys would have it like, lined up, waiting on a tree for me like last time. I don't know what's wrong with you this morning.
Give us a bit of time, we're getting on it. Hello everybody. Morning everyone.
So how's your morning been so far?
Very enjoyable.
Awesome.
Very enjoyable. Unsuccessful in terms of tracking, but we tracked a female leopard for quite a long distance, all the way up to Buffelshoek Dam, and then she disappeared. And then interestingly, just on our way, we were planning on going and having a quick look at the lions. We came across these male leopard tracks.
Nice and fresh as well.
Nice and fresh on top of our footprints from this morning. And Steph's just found some sign of him heading south.
Well, I'm definitely going to let you guys go ahead because you've got someone on the tracker seat, so obviously much easier to spot tracks, and I don't want to ruin the tracks. So I might go look at the lions and wait for you to call me for the leopard.
That makes perfect sense. You go ahead.
I'm just gonna duck off to the left again. Copy, thanks. Confirm which finger that is. I'm Leopard. Copy, thanks. If he crosses, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to vomit around Gala quickly. Alright, so guys, we're going to go back to the lions. Let's Scott and Steph do the tracking. So it's much easier when you get to sit on the tracker seat. So that's why I didn't want to drive down there. Obviously, if as a lot of you have watched, God know how much I love tracking. But it is more sensible when you got a vehicle that has a tracker seat to let them go ahead, because they're less likely to miss tracks than you are. And we've got them working in our favour. So those of you who might be new and not quite sure what's going on, we are on a live African safari, and at the moment, in the next few minutes, we're going to be going to look at some lions that we found first thing this morning, but also that we're an interactive safari, so you can participate from home. You can ask me questions about the animals and what we're seeing out on drive, and you can do that by using email, and the email is questions@WildEarthTV, or you can use the hashtag SafariLive if you're on Twitter. I'm pretty certain those lions haven't moved very far at all from where we left them. Now it's even warmer than it was, so I'm quite sure they are flat cats in the shade. And just another exciting thing for all of us here is that obviously those who watched yesterday afternoon was the brand new bushwalk. Driving very shortly and start to take some drives as well, which is very, very exciting. And some very, very good news. Very, very good news. Actually, this deserves a stop. We need to actually take a moment for this. The very good news is that Djuma is out of hospital. She's been sorted out. She's been giving lots of TLC and lots of running with 2 vehicles again shortly. Djuma just needed some TLC to make her more reliable. We're very happy she's out of hospital and be joining us very soon. Standing by. Sorry, go again. Negative. I've made my way back towards us. Ngada, there was nothing heading north. Right here. And I'm pretty sure they haven't moved very far. We'll see shortly. Nope, not moved at all. They just moved into a bit of shade from where they were lying out in the open. We have a very, 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 very big pile of flat cats. So, lazy lions. You can see they have eaten something. Doesn't look to be something particularly huge, but they definitely have eaten something. Good morning, David. On Twitter, David would like to know, do lions eat absolutely everything at a kill in one sitting, or do they stop when they are full? David, they will stop when they are full, but they will not leave the kill. They will stay very close to it, and as soon as they've digested, they will go back and start feeding again. I don't know if you guys can hear that tree squirrel in the background, alarming much better. Probably alarming at the lions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what lions do for the majority of their day. They lie around, and when their little patch of sand gets hot, they roll over to the next cool patch of sand. And when they've sort of exhausted cool patches of sand, they might get up, walk 3 steps, and find another cool patch of sand.
If one moves in, they'll know, okay, this one's moved off, or
No. The main reason that they like touching each other is to do with the social bonds in the pride, reassuring them, making sure everyone's still friends. Because when they do feed, they sort of forget all table manners, and they all bite, snarl, scratch, and beat the daylights out of each other. So it's in the times between feeding that they need this sort of touching and allo grooming and lying very close together, all to reaffirm the sort of bonds in the pride. You can see there's the lion's tail, and it's darker than the rest of the body, and that's quite important. It is something that's used as a following mechanism by the cubs. So that black tip and the black behind the ears, when a lioness is walking through particularly long grass or whatnot, is sort of a beacon for her cubs to follow. And also when they're even the rest of the pride, it's a beacon, it's a following mechanism for them. Well, I don't think we're going to get too much more action out of these kitty cats. I just wanted to come make sure I knew where they were, so we know where they are in the afternoon, so we can follow up. Hopefully this afternoon they do head towards the Djuma waterhole cam, and maybe there'll be some animals around there. And it looks like quite a few of them are hungry enough to hunt, so that could be quite interesting. But as I said, guys, up to you. I'm more than happy to stay with the lions. There's no other game drives waiting. Or would you like to head out and see if we can find anything else? You can send your answers to questions@WildEarthTV, or just use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. Good morning, Rome. Well, good morning again. Thanks for your questions. Rome would like to know, would a lioness be ousted from her pride for an unknown reason? Rome, I don't think so. Generally, when lionesses leave a pride, it's a split. The pride might be getting too big, so they might be struggling to feed all the individuals, so sometimes 2 or 3 lionesses will split from the pride and form a new pride, a sub-pride. But not really ousted from the pride by the other lionesses in the pride, no. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of flies. If you look carefully around the lioness's neck, you can also see there's sort of like gaps and holes, and those will be ticks. They'll be quite full of ticks and fleas and other parasites as well. Like most animals in the bush, they just have to deal with it, and that's... Sorry. So I'm just listening to the game drive. No. So that's why it's quite important you'll watch the lions when they do move and stuff. Allo, before they move, it's allo grooming, where they will groom each other, and they'll notice that very small sort of bite-like movement that your dogs and cats will do at home, and they're doing that to deflea and de-tick each other. Okay, well, everyone seems ready to move on, see what else we can find, move away from lazy lions. So let's head up to quarantine. Let's see what else is around. Bye-bye, kitty cats. I'll see you this afternoon. Coming. What area are you checking now? Copy, thanks. Karen likes to know one lioness pregnant, she leaves the pride. She remove herself from the pride. She removes herself while she gives birth, and she'll quite often keep the cubs, or she does keep the cubs away from the pride for about up to 2 to 3 months, and that's more for the cubs' safety than anything else. But even that, in that time, while the cubs are hidden somewhere, she's still very much a member of the pride, and will sometimes even feed off the same carcass as the pride. But generally it just depends whether the pride are hanging around in the same area that she's got the den where she is hiding her cubs. Good morning, Rose. Rose has noticed that there's not so many flies on me today. She don't know if they're dormant or whatnot. I think the cold morning will keep them, they'll wake up a little bit later, so they're going to be active later today. There are a few around, but I'm sure by this afternoon they're going to be plenty. I just had a quick glimpse of a nice big bird of prey. I'm just going to move around. That quick glimpse, I would have said probably a juvenile African harrier hawk. But I'll have another look now. It's taken off already. But yeah, definitely juvenile African harrier hawk. flying off. I don't know if you're going to be able to get him. No, unfortunately not.
Nope.
Oh, there he is. Well played, Andrew. A juvenile African harrier hawk, but it was a very short glimpse. Good morning, Maureen from the UK. Maureen would like to know how often lions breed. Maureen, that's very dependent. They are able to sort of will then wait till those cubs are about or anything but from 1.5 years to 2 years in some cases before they breed again. But if they lose their cubs, within about 10 days they'll come into estrus and are able to breed again. Seem like there's much out on quarantine this morning. I suppose there were lions to start, but I was quite sure maybe some zebra or wildebeest would have moved out. But I know what we're going to do. I'm going to go take you guys to probably one of the most rare trees in this part of the world. Give you a chance to ID it first, but it is a very rare tree in this area. One of my favorite trees in the world as well. Very distinct seed pods. But I actually have in my house at home, I've got a whole bunch of them in a wooden bowl as decorations. The wood is very highly sought after. So I'm starting to give you clues already before we get there. I'll show you the seeds now very shortly. We're nearly there. So it's this tree here. I'll get Andrew to show it to you. That's what I'm saying. I'm just get on the right side of the light, and then I'm going to go find a seed. I'm sure I'll be able to find one on the ground, I hope. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to climb a tree to get a seed. I think I'm gonna have to climb the tree. I can't see any on the ground. Oh, this tree looks like it's gonna be quite difficult to climb.
They're quite high.
And they are, the pods are quite high. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's use that. Yeah, see, I'm clever. I'm clever like that. It's not my first rodeo. Well, we'll check on the ground first. But if you can show the viewers, just zoom in on one of the pods. I'll see if I can find one on the ground. Otherwise, I will go grab that low one there. I can't find any.
You're gonna have to climb. Sorry, dude.
It looks like I'm gonna have to climb. Oh no, I found one. Haha. No, it's been eaten by termites. Put one there. Let's see if there's another decent one. Otherwise, up the tree for the morning exercise. Oh dear. And wearing long pants not the best for climbing. Oh!
Oh, watch out, Loiki.
You worried about me there? After. Not the. Lose the boots. We're gonna go climbing. Whoops. Whoops. Oh. Oh. Hang out for a bit. I can't use these long pants, I can't get out. Long pants are not ideal to deal with the fruit. But too tight to climb up the tree. So it's a very distinct fruit. Let me put it over here. It can be seen. So very, very distinct fruit. Got a very big round edge to it. And then this very spiky looking center. So who thinks they can tell me what that is? You can send your answers to questions at WildEarthTV or use the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter. These particular pair of long pants when I have to climb up trees. Wasn't planning on that. is not zebra wood. It is a very difficult one, and it's quite a rare tree, as I said, in this area. We're running it. I'll give you another few seconds before I tell you what it is. But I'm really looking forward to this afternoon. It's going to be interesting to see what those lions do when they move towards the water. We'll definitely have a quick check as we get going this afternoon, but I think it's still going to be too hot for them to move too far. So we'll just check to make sure they haven't moved further into the drainage line. Finally! I have stumped everyone. I've received no other answers. Oh, and then I got so excited I closed the blooming page of the book where I needed to be. It is called Wild Teak. Or its Latin name is Pterocarpus angolensis. It is a very, very hard wood. It's got a beautiful, they can become very big, beautiful trees. This one doesn't have any leaves on it at the moment, but you can see there's the fruit when it's ripe. They do dry out and make very, very nice ornaments. But it is a very, very, very sought after timber species, and that's what's led to it being quite rare in a lot of areas, is it's been cut down. But anyway, on that note, finally got one that got you all. Whoopsie. It's been a really, really great morning. I'm so happy you guys could join us. We're really privileged to be able to share our passion and love for the African bushveld with you. And I look forward to doing it all again this afternoon. Thanks very much again to all our viewers all over the world, and join us again this afternoon. Have a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are, and from us here at Wild Earth, thank you and goodbye.